Guten Tag, you awesome people. It's Monday, which means it's the start of another busy week. And when it comes to weekends, especially if I have a live stream, I tend to take it a bit easy. I try to force myself to have a day off, as in Sunday, like not do anything at all. But I still tend to wake up early in the morning, throw some prints, just so I can have something going while I'm not doing anything. So the plan for today is show you guys exactly what prints I did during the weekend, all the failures that I've had, and then I'll be setting up because the JG A5 is ready for the review. I did my final print yesterday, which is this. This is a TPU kind of flexible tire. So first off, let's talk about the Alfawise U10, the one we did the live stream for. This is actually quite a decent printer for the price. Now in front of me here I have several cubes and starts. They're like half finished, barely started. And the reason for that is I spent some time playing around because the first initial layers were kind of being compressed, and it was only about the 5 or 10 layers. And before you say anything, no, it's not like it's not because the nozzle was too close to the bed. I did some checks and I found out that the Z offset from the stock factory is set to -1. And what tends to happen, at least this is the third machine that I've had this happen with Marlin, it will stay, the nozzle will stay in the same Z height and keep compressing layers one on top of each other until it does 1 millimeter of Z height. And then it starts moving upwards. It just doesn't move before that 1 millimeter is over. So I simply tweaked it out. I changed the Z offset to 0 and then it started printing fine. I printed a benchy, but after that happened, I did this. This was about a 50-hour print in total, and it's a vase by Devin Montez. It took pretty much the whole 40 by 40 centimeters and was almost going to take another, the whole 50 at the top. But something happened and it was printing fine, but then it stopped printing. Like it completely, it just stopped. And it wasn't, it kind of boggled my mind because I thought to myself, it's not like it started under extruding or just failed. It just stopped printing. It's clean. It's actually a clean finish. And I couldn't figure it out, and I thought, okay, like, you know, this, my initial thoughts are starting to go sideways on this printer. But then I realized that I failed miserably at something. And that something is this. This is the cable for the extruder. When I moved the printer, I kind of rested the printer on it, so as soon as it started moving upwards, it got to this point, and then it just, you know, came off, and the Z-axis kept on going up, and the extruder was just off. So this is insane. This is a vase mode, and it actually printed really, really well. I'm quite impressed. So I'm really looking forward to tweaking the settings for this and have it print some awesome things. As for the Michelangelo, on the Michelangelo, all the parts are printed. They're all here. They just need a bit of cleaning up and put those together. The spanner hands spool holder that I was printing on the FL Sun QQ, I kind of failed here because I don't even know how to explain this. So I set up the profile in Simplify 3D for the FL Sun, and for some weird reason, even though I have the right sizes on the Simplify 3D profile, it shows the base as being larger than it actually is. So when I slice this model, it looks like the base is kind of like this big, but it turns out that it's just on the edge. And what was happening is that the more the print went outwards, the arm just couldn't reach. So it's yeah, it failed. It failed miserably. So what I decided to do is just print the quarter one. So I managed to print all 4 pieces yesterday. So these will just join together like this. And I'll still get to have a spool holder. Finally, it's almost Easter. There's about a week to go. So I'm printing lots of eggs. These are by a new designer. I'm gonna leave a link in the video description. They're printed in Filamentum Vertigo Galaxy, Vertigo Gray, gold happens, and today I should have some more gold happens and some more Rapunzel silver coming in so I can finish the rest. I'm also going to be printing a couple more eggs. I'll probably throw in all my Prushas to churn out some prints for Easter, just so I can have something to show you guys. So what's next for me is to clear out this place, remove the Alfawise U10 for now. Initial thoughts, great printer for the price. Needs a bit of work. The firmware seems a bit buggy. I'll get more into that at a later stage, but it definitely needs an update. It always boggles my mind as to why a new 3D printer has an old version of Marlin. Why not just use the latest version of Marlin? This, I think, has the 1.1.0 version, which is already outdated, so that should be updated. Thankfully, they supply a copy of the firmware, original firmware, so I can just, you know, play around with that and upload a new one. I also need to point out that I have not managed to get the power off resume function to work properly. It does detect a power loss, it does ask you to continue a print, but when you press to actually continue the print, it just freezes. You can't do anything else. So I'm guessing that's a firmware issue. Once again, I think it needs updating. The filament runout sensor works perfectly fine, except for one major flaw. So it runs on a switch. There is like a switch which detects when the filament is out. The problem is that, yes, it stops, it goes to the side and asks you to change the filament. The problem is there are no options to retract the filament or move it or do anything. So it's kind of like stuck there. You can't move it out. So what you'll have to do is undo the Bowden tube, take the filament out, move it out, and then push some more in by hand. Once it's done, then you just continue the print. But at least it detects it. Hey guys, so it's been about 2 days since the recording you just saw. I've had a rough couple of days. My wife was sick, my daughter was sick. I had some errands to run. I had set up everything to record the review of the JJ Aurora A5. And then everything stopped. But that doesn't mean the printing has stopped. As a matter of fact, I think I've actually done more printing in the past 2 days than I have done in the past week. And the reason for that is Easter is coming. I wanted to do a special episode for Easter. And coincidentally, I just received some new filaments from Filamentum, which are these awesome pastel colors. This is the lilac, they have the baby blue, and they have the mint. They look incredibly awesome. So I printed quite a few eggs, like lots of eggs, many eggs, more eggs, like lots of eggs. And the designs are incredible. The most popular among the kids seems to be this one, which is the Minecraft egg. And that's the first thing that they come up with is, oh, Minecraft egg. In fact, it's called a Minecraft egg. It has some awesome Voroni style eggs, and I've printed them in Vertigo Gray, Vertigo Galaxy, Rapunzel Silver, Gold Happens, and I've also started printing them now in the new colors that I received. I also printed this. This is an incredibly awesome design by a buddy of mine called Nick. I'll leave links in the video description. I'll give you more details on the video when it comes up. However, another bonus to all this is that Filamentum have agreed to give me a 10% discount code, which I will leave in the video description. It's only valid for about a week. It covers the whole website, so if you guys want any of these awesome filaments, it's a non-affiliate link, so please check it out. Some more awesome filament came in. I'm extremely excited about this because this gorgeous filament is actually PETG. This is like a metallic, it's kind of like a rose kind of red metallic. It is insane. It was sent to me by 3D Printtech, a company in Austria. It looks incredible. They've also sent me some samples. I'm loving the blue. It looks incredible. So I'm really looking forward to printing with those. But today, my main concern is recording. I have to record the JJ Aurora 5 review. I have to finish the prints for the eggs so I can record the episode of the Easter. And I also have to do, well, finish this vlog so I can upload that as well. Another thing I forgot to mention is that I've been printing quite a lot of the Deadpool model. It's turning out incredible. I'm loving the organic feel of this filament. It looks insane on these types of models. It just turns out really, really well, and I think it's going to be much easier to paint and sand down. So yeah, that's also printing, but this model has 45 pieces to print, and I think I'm through about 15 pieces so far. Now when I'm recording a review, process is relatively simple. I have some notes on the screen which tell me the size of the printer. I have all the specs of the printer just so I don't forget those. And then obviously I'll set up all the prints on the table right in front of me, so I'll know what to reference to. I also have notes of what I need to mention, what I think is imperative. I'll have my kind of final thoughts of what I like and what I don't like about the printer. Ultimately, that is all. I don't use scripts because I feel I cannot read off scripts and feel natural. I feel like I'm constantly sort of solid looking at the camera, reading out loud, and I don't want to do that. I want to speak my mind, whether it's good or bad. I'll say it, I'll kind of clip it off quite a bit because I'm constantly going and I remember something. I might have a few points on the screen to remind me what I need to mention or talk about, but that's pretty much it. Hello makers, welcome to 3D Maker Noob. I'm Joe, and today I'm going to give you my official review of the JG Aurora A5.
2 hours later.
If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, and as always, happy making, guys. That's it then. I'm done. No more recording for today, which means I'm also ending this vlog. And if this looks different, it's because I'm using my Lumix camera, because I like to use my Canon for the A-roll. Yeah, I'm gonna spend the next few hours now shooting the B-roll, printing a few things on the A5 so I can take some footage, because people want to see that, not me. I might actually upload this today as well, just like a 2-for-1. I'll upload the review and another vlog just to give you guys an idea of what has been happening in the past few days, and I'll also continue printing my special egg for the egg episode. I can't tell you much of that. I can't tell you everything. I need to keep a few things secret. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and as always, happy making, guys.